I'm Robert Knott. I write for the New Mexican, the best independent newspaper you could ever find west of the Mississippi. And whenever that paper needs somebody to go out and find boogeymen in Bernalillo or zombies in Zanzibar, they send me. I'm in the New Mexico State Pen, the scene of a deadly riot in 1980, and I'm looking for ghosts.
Hello, I'm Rick Lamonda. I worked as a correctional officer at the Maine Penitentiary for 21 and a half years. I retired from corrections after 28 and a half years. I've been a caretaker of the Maine for 5 years now.
The prison is still full of feral cats, roosting pigeons, and tree branches that can bump up against windows. When you still have a little light left, you can pretty much explain what all the noises are about. But we're going to see what happens when it gets pitch dark. That's assuming I stick around that long.
Okay, now we're in between cell block 4 and 5. 4 or 5 times I have seen a body or someone cross from cell block 4 across the corridor and go into cell block 5, all at different times. I have come down here and looked all over cell block 5 for that person, and I have never yet found a person in cell block 5 after crossing this corridor.
And yet, would you still say you don't believe in ghosts?
I still say I don't believe in ghosts. It could have been headlights from a car outside. It could have been anything. I don't know. There's always an explanation of what it could have been that I seen cross in front of that window.
We're in cell block 4, where most of the bloody violence occurred during the riot of 1980. This is where those in protective custody found themselves falling prey to the convicts during the riot. 33 inmates were killed in this section during the 1980 riot. Another 40 managed to escape by breaking through a wall and getting themselves out to the exercise yard. If there are going to be any ghosts in this prison, they're bound to be in cell block 4. So we're going to stay here for a little while and see if they make any noise, if they make any contact. We may not be able to keep it all on video, but we'll do our best to catch any strange sounds. But I need to point out there's a kennel nearby, and the sounds of dogs howling could be mistaken for moaning spirits. It's not inconceivable that the wind or some feral cats or some flying pigeons or something might come through. But we'll see if we can conjure up any ghosts, not that we want to make them mad.
They seen ghosts in cell block 4. The lieutenant seen those tennis shoes go from one spot to another. This was all in the 80s and 90s, so it's still possible. How do they move? I don't know. I'm not one that can explain it.
But you don't feel like you need to explain it. You just are pretty confident that you yourself don't believe in ghosts.
I looked at the lieutenant and said, "You're bullshitting people and you're trying to scare officers. Why don't you leave it alone?" That's the way I look at it, see? Because I just don't believe.
The New Mexico State Prison. There may be ghosts here, but if there are, they didn't show themselves to us.